In our previous video, we distinguished between categorical and numerical data. Furthermore, we saw that numerical data can be discrete and continuous. It's time to move on to the other classification, levels of measurement. These can be split into two groups, qualitative and quantitative data. They are very intuitive, so don't worry. Qualitative data can be nominal or ordinal. Nominal values are like the categories we talked about just now. Mercedes, BMW, or Audi, or like the four seasons, winter, spring, summer, and autumn. They aren't numbers and cannot be put in any order. Ordinal data, on the other hand, consists of groups and categories, but follows a strict order. Imagine you have been asked to rate your lunch and the options are disgusting, unappetizing, neutral, tasty, and delicious. Although we have words and not numbers, it is obvious that these preferences are ordered from negative to positive. Thus, the data is qualitative ordinal. Okay, so what about quantitative variables? Well, as you may have guessed by now, they are split into two groups, interval and ratio. Intervals and ratios are both represented by numbers, but have one major difference. Ratios have a true zero, and intervals don't. For example, length is a ratio variable. You all know that 0 inches or 0 feet means no length. With temperature, however, we have a different story. It is usually an interval variable. Let me explain. Usually, it is expressed in Celsius or Fahrenheit. They are both interval variables. 0 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Fahrenheit don't mean anything, as the absolute zero temperature is actually negative 273.15 degrees Celsius or negative 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit. However, we can easily say that 80 degrees Fahrenheit is less than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. In the case of interval variables, the difference is meaningful, but the zero is not. Continuing this temperature example, there is another scale, kelvins. According to it, the absolute minimum temperature is 0 degrees Kelvin. Therefore, if the degrees are stated in kelvins, the variable will be a ratio. So, numbers like 2, 3, 10, 10.5, pi, etc. can be both an interval or a ratio measurement, but you have to be careful with the context you are using them in. Alright, we've quickly gone through the types of data and the measurement levels. Stick around to see the types of graphs that are used on a daily basis when performing statistical analysis.